Who was that, Squire? What's up, brother? Thursday, Thursday. I know, but it's Thursday. Oh yeah, Abby worked last night, so I was in charge of the babe. So he wakes up before 9:30. Yeah. Yeah, that's valid. The Masters is delayed. What'd you how'd you fix it? If you want to. Wait, what? I probably need to give you like specific special perms. Let me see. Mod connect speak video soundboard activities. Check now. Well, I also just shared the invite link, so but you should be able to share screen. User error probably.
So this, I identified this big block here was all just accumulation. See how it's just, we have this high here, we have this low here, and we haven't broken it in however long.
Yep.
So I was waiting for either the top to get broken here and then flush, or the bottom to get broken and then move up, right? And then I said earlier this morning, I called it. I said news is gonna push us up after we sweep liquidity short. So what we did, and I 100% think that you can play news, but not financial advice, but I will try it one day.
This it depends how
There's
tight your stop is.
this low, this low, right? We needed to sweep all of these lows and then come down into this 5-minute fair value gap here, right? So I would argue every time you see news, you see a fake move and then you see the real move. And if I scrolled back to yesterday, you would see the exact same thing happened yesterday at 8:30. You see the fake move up to sweep liquidity here, and then you see the actual move, and that's exactly what you saw today.
And
You
that's
saw the fake move down, swept liquidity. That was the move up. I'm saying I wholeheartedly believe that I predicted this, so I think you could play it if, in the future down the line. But swept liquidity, entry at this 5-minute fair value gap, stop down here at this swing low, 40-point stop loss. If you even just took that with one micro, 183 points with one micro, $360.
I would say
Anyways,
your minimum stop loss with just because of how thin the ladder gets would have to at least be 40 points.
50, yeah, 40, 50 points.
Maybe 50.
100% agreed, but you could have even drugged this stop down to here and called
Yeah,
this a 50-point stop loss.
yeah, that's probably where I'd be at.
So it's really
Either way.
wait for that manipulation, right? The fake out.
Yep. Because this is your accumulation, right? This big box here is your accumulation. And then this little piece here is your manipulation.
And then it's going for the placement.
To sweep your liquidity. And then once you see this manipulation, you better just get ready to
Hop on
see
the
where
train.
it's all a cycle. And I would argue that this is just a cycle to go back into retrace into this zone. Boom. Anyways, that's the bullshit that I was talking about.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense.
And then this fib here, Jesse calls it the golden zone. ICT calls it optimal trade entry. What do we have here in this golden zone? Well, first you have this big ass fair value gap here, right? And then over here you have what ICT would call a breaker. Boom, right? So I would expect somewhere right in here where this box is, this is where price is going to stop. Somewhere in this area.
And then it'll likely be back into accumulation up there.
Yep. And then we'll start consolidating here.
Cool. Interesting.
At which point, once we see that consolidation in my head, then I'm expecting to see a retracement of whatever this move long here is. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it would be the exact same story again, right? ICT would have what you call a breaker here. You've got a fair value gap here, right? And then we're going to see some kind of retracement back into this range as well. Literally just playing ping pong with itself effectively, but anyways.
I think G Money likes the ping pong analogy.
He does. I like the ping pong analogy because it's starting to make more sense. Anyways, back to the strat. 222 continuation here, Jesse.
sounds like for a while. Yeah, I'm trying to fix my scanner right now. For some reason,
I would argue for a while, yeah, probably. But maybe not. You've already balanced the equilibrium of this range.
Oh, I literally just fixed it. Shoot me in the mouth. I fixed it and then I deleted the thing that I fixed. Exclude all futures. Dude, why is my scanner not working? All of a sudden, they must have made a change.
I banned it.
Yeah, you probably did. You're my biggest op.
I'm a hater, professional hater. I'm here just to mess with you, Jesse. Screw up your operation. Relatively cool. Are you still looking at the screen here?
Okay, well, I'm getting on the horn with support. I can't even.
Oh, holy shit. There's a 15-minute fair value gap here too.
I have somebody on Thinkorswim coming into my application to see what's going on. I didn't know they could do that. I'm trying to. So when I'm hitting my scans, I'm only seeing indexes and futures. I'm not seeing stocks, which obviously is the whole point. So trying to fix it.
Dewey, if you're still looking at this, I can't hear you. But the exact same thing happened yesterday. Damn.
How wide is that spread? What's your entry?
What?
52.
Sorry.
What's your
64 point stop.
what's the top wick though?
What are you talking about?
The top wick of when you got wicked in drawdown. No, it looked like 78. Yeah, you'd be fine there, I think. That's the only thing that would get you.
What?
The
I don't understand.
the spread. How thin the ladder
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. 100%. But I think I would be okay. That's 22 points there.
Yeah.
But like,
That's
even
32
like
points.
even
40.
in this case scenario, like the draw here is so obvious to me. But even in this one, 64 point stop, even if you drug this up here and called it a 115 point stop, 400 points, 3.4%.
Yeah.
One
If you're holding that far.
15-minute move and you're done for the day. Well, let's say you even just called it at 2%. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'd pull it to the one lower though.
This one here.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But that same exact thing that happened here today, right here, is exactly what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is not the Squire show. This is the Jesse show.
Well, you're always welcome to add some input.
I know I don't want to leave you in here talking to yourself all the time. Smart money reversal.
while I kind of have it working. Okay. Can everyone see Thinkorswim? Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Gonna do this real quick because it took me a little bit to figure this out. Thanks for your help, Steven. Top-notch support as always.
Yeah, I love Thinkorswim support. They're really on it.
Yeah, they're always amazing. All right, AMD looking for breaks higher today. Would be against full time frame continuity though, so probably not interested. Mara Hood, a little too cheap. Coin longs triggered. Longs valid. Really? Okay, longs valid over 251. Clean this up. Target of 261, I would say. So that's valid currently. Coin. We've got Amazon looking higher. Failed 2 already though. 2 up on the month, 2 up on the week. So once that turns green, valid longs. I'll have an alert set there. Coin. Let me drop down here. The rest are indices. Let's look at inside bars yesterday. Just NVIDIA. NVIDIA 212 up. Looking to slam that. Valid over 874. Yeah, looking to slam that. So NVIDIA and coin. And then see if we find outside bars. Don't see that scan. I think that's it. No, I got a couple more here. Let's see. Lyft, Meta. Meta was a failed 2 down yesterday, 2 up today. Valid longs for a while. Setting some alerts for me to look at them later. Microsoft, same deal. Huge gap up on Microsoft. I'm going to set an alert for pre-market highs. MU, Old Faithful, looking 2-2 up. Huge failed 2 on the month or week. Sorry, month's kind of a hammer. Probably not super interested to go long, to be honest, just because of those 2 reasons. And that's it. So we will switch over to Thinkorswim. Or sorry, TradingView. Wrong window. There we go. All right, inside bar today so far. Let me remove these. Had an outside bar yesterday on NQ, which is insane to think because we had an inside bar on NVIDIA.
It's clipped weird again like yesterday.
Okay. I will refresh. Did I share Thinkorswim to start yesterday?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Or you might have. I don't know. I don't remember. It's better now.
Okay. Thank you. So pretty much double triggers today. Let me change this to the week. Oh, these are synced. Month, day. Okay. Wow, inside everything. This will be the weekly trigger up here at 612. That's far away though. Let's go trigger. Go week trigger. Got a couple more swings today. Let's see here. NVIDIA, Disney, CRM, just chopping. I've got Amazon, Snow, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA, TSM through on there, CLF, Coin, Kroger, and PH. Haven't traded Kroger in a while, clearly. I wish Thinkers or TradingView had a better scanner built in. That'd be awesome. ENPH did trigger today. Weekly inside, weekly, yeah, it triggered, or sorry, this is Disney. Triggered long, but weekly is barely red, monthly's pretty red. I probably am not going to take that. And phase energy's been on a high recently, but that chart doesn't look very appealing to me. Not yet. Set an alert here though. 222 continuation on the week. 222. Oops. Okay. Meta, another trigger long. Keep an eye on that. Microsoft, same deal. NVIDIA 212 up. Snow triggered. I would only look shorts. It triggered long. So delete. TSM looking long. I'm interested over prior day high. Okay. As far as NQ goes, let's go here. We can draw out most recent broadening formation, most recent swing high or low to low, most recent swing high to high. Right in the middle of that range. Squire showed a little bit before everybody came in, but came and swept this liquidity from, looks like Friday, at least on the higher time frame. He was showing this one specifically, but also higher time frame, we came and swept, looks like we swept it. 51.50. Okay, we haven't swept it yet. But pretty much a double bottom there at the 50s. Back into the fair value gap from CPI. Remember, daily inside so far. Just going to be following market direction. 3 more minutes till anything triggers for me. This is weird. I'm getting scans, getting new scans somewhat frequently. just periodically add them in, I guess. And I'll delete the ones I'm not interested in. No, I should do this. Biotech going down some Mara, maybe. It's Mara Biotech. Oh yeah. Monthly 2-1. Oh my. This is going to be a multi-month swing. Oh, Marathon. Oh, I'm thinking Moderna. Marathon is what's their earnings? They're maybe going to get shorted to the ground. Video with a pretty big sell-off here. Apple about to break high day. Amazon curling back up. About to have a 2-2 reversal to the upside here. We have our 15-minute opening range here. Let's change these. So really looking for it to break one side or the other here. Not interested while it's inside of it. Netflix was added to the swings here. Here's what I'm going to do. Bear with me for a moment. I'm going to throw these. Okay. I now have yesterday's scans. Okay. Still in that chop zone. D-Dog with a pretty nice move. Those May swings are up huge. I'm obviously out of the next week's swings. But the May swings are sitting at right at fives. 510, 505 right now from round 4. So those are that hit the weekly price target with that move today. Looking for ultimately 131. Still in the zone. Needs to break one side or the other. It's coming up on 10 o'clock. Certainly feeling a little bit long biased here. Just with how price is being delivered, we're buying every wick.
Yeah, Barkin starts to speak at 10, so you know.
Who?
Barkin,
Barkin?
yeah, FOMC member.
Oh, yellow or orange folder. Due to speak at National Council of Textile Organizations. Maybe that's what we're waiting for. I don't know. I would think we would have moved out of the gates. $30-year bond at 1 as well. Yeah, that probably will move us. CLF and AMAT were added here. Not interested in either of those. Palantir. Docu longs maybe. Monthly 212 up. Excuse me. Ooh. Did we look at Carvana? No. Carvana would be a short. Looks like we're starting to look like a move here. All right. Is Fed Bostic talking or barking? That's why I didn't know his name. I thought you were meaning boss. Whatever I said first. I've never really paid attention to what he says. No disrespect if he's listening. I'm sure he is. Two reversal on the 5, looking like a 2-1-2 on the 15. There's 2-1-2. Starting this short 33.25. Almost got to 10 points there. 33.75. 33. Let's see the 2-1-2 down. Outside bar is fine with me too. Taking some at 5 points. And stops at a new high there. All right, all out for now. Oh, I didn't even send the alert. All right. It was like plus 2 points. All right, going to be waiting. Two one two down, 2-2 reversal on the 5, 2-2, 3-2-2 continuation, I guess, but looked like a breakout as well. Under the 50s, tapping off the 50s right now. New 5-minute coming, 10 seconds. NVIDIA 3-bar right now on the 5, looking for a 3-2 up. Didn't quite get out of that orb. Looking to grab some Q puts. The 437's at 60 right here. 2-2 reversal on the 1. Still in force on the 15. I'm grabbing him. Looking to get short on Qs or NQ. Two continuation down here. All right, I'm in 24.75 short. .68 on Qs. That's a violent candle. That is a violent candle. Stops. Well, it's just going to hit stop loss. I was going to say if it breaks that high, but 30 seconds on a new 5-minute candle. There's a 2-1-2 down. If this flips back green, I'll get out somewhere around 10 points. The 2-1-2 down is what's keeping me in this. Back to break even. That was spooky. Taking a little bit here, shy of 20. Ooh wee, mama. Q's back to 0.75. 0.74 on Q's. Take some. $20 trim hit there. Just going to skip and go to 2R though. I trimmed at 17 points, so close enough for me. Would like this thing to go 2 down though. Did not like that 200. I have a sell stop at 201.50 for 1R, for a 20-point 1R. Just trying not to be greedy with my Q's trim, but I was trying to get 0.77, but it's, I mean, I still have the limit out there, but 0.74 is all I could get there. Hit 0.77 on the ask, just not the bid, which is where I need to get filled, obviously. So there's that. $30 seconds on a new fiver. Bouncing into that fair value gap pretty cleanly there. Has to be in here. There's the 0.77 fill. Filled on the 201.5 extras. Filled on the trims. 0.97 on Q's. 2R on the actual main trade here. $50 as well. Filled on another 1R at 71. Taking that down, minus half R on the extra. Yeah, Voyager, I just read your message. I was literally 43.25 was as high as that went, and it went to 1.5 points was my stop loss. And I had a hard stop on, so. Beautiful, good first day with the new firm. Yeah, nice, dude. Awesome. I do like their scaling plan on the evals. I like that you can't really gamble evals with them. I do like that a lot. After a 222 are all continued twos after that valid to enter on. Technically, yeah. Yeah, technically, I assume you're looking at the 5 minute, and anything under the 5 minute would be a valid entry short. So here would have been a 2-2 reversal short, and you would have caught that. And then if this candle that ended up being an inside bar went 2 down, then that would have been a valid short. But that's where you got to have, and where if Squire's still in here, he's not. But where some people don't love that part of the strat is where you just have to have a little bit of subjectivity. Getting a couple more. Okay, I'm interested in Carvana short. There is some volume here. Okay, I'm closing down the rest of those Qs for now. And all out of NQ. There we go. All right. Surgical precision there. Bouncing out of a fair value gap now. Now we got to wonder, are we going to go higher? NVIDIA doesn't really have to wonder. It's going to go higher. Can I type? There we go. I'm actually very, very, very interested in NVIDIA calls. Carvana would be targeting 75 next week or on the month.
Hey, Jesse, do you ever use like strat entries for your long-term profile?
Oh, yeah.
Like NVIDIA?
100%.
Interesting.
100%. Yeah, if you're looking to go long NVIDIA, I mean, obviously we have a couple. I'm really looking to add long term somewhere in the summer after we get either good or bad news with Fed rate cuts. But if you're only buying partials, then I think you can buy NVIDIA. If you're going to drop $900 a share right now, you know, round it up, obviously, then there might be a better time to average in. And I would probably say I would wait 2 days for the weekly to end a hammer at least, and then look long. If I'm looking for truly long-term best, you know, low risk drawdown. But if you don't care for any drawdown, if it's truly long-term, then really any time. But I do wonder if we come to visit this gap up from earnings right around 750s. But absolutely, I look at strat for long term.
Cool. Thank you. Interesting.
All right, back to sitting hands on butt. 5 minutes on the video for a failed 2 down, 2 up reversal. That would be kind of what I'm looking at. I am pretty interested long on NQ. Bearish market structure on the 1, but the 5 and 15 are very bullish. Thinking a 222 continuation here on the 1 would be interesting enough for me, but we shall see.
smugglers were caught
No.
trying to smuggle $10 million worth of gold that they had molded into airplanes.
See what's going on elsewhere. Nothing really. Gold short. Keep an eye on that.
Like metal.
ES did drop a little bit lower than NQ did,
Yeah.
bottoming out in this fair value gap currently.
Yeah, respect the effort.
Very interested in gold short.
A for effort, though. You got to give it to him.
A for effort. They were apparently trying to avoid tariffs.
We've got some risky buy stops above 1575.
Tend to notice if they're kind of bent, which gold is famously soft. So the ruse was uncovered. I can't wait to see what they come up with next. And lastly, just a shout out from someone in our Facebook is, cheers to the Top Step community. Well, Ryan, cheers to you too. That looks
Bouncing off 200 currently.
Zardo cherries on top. Good looking, old fashioned, I think. So enjoy.
Cheers.
We're almost to the weekend.
I am long 2 in YM, long 3 in YM, and let's see if the 5-minute wants to hold.
Thank you, Chad.
What's your stop for the YM?
Through 38,466. The ranges. This is like kind of the thing with range trading. If like the ranges don't hold, it does not look like you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
And then if the range does
Minute
hold,
53 left on this 5 minute.
and there is no in between. No in between.
Absolutely.
Or you could just say, hey, I accept that it could be a range trade and I'm going to get stopped out if it's not.
I'm going to put a buy stop at 210.
Well, I'm trying to get to a point where I don't want to. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm taking trades that are in system. And
Might cancel it if it goes 2 down here. We'll see.
The idea of like fear enters into my head. It's like, am I not taking this trade because I'm scared of losing money?
This is kind of a C tier trade,
Well, if it's a good setup and I'm scared of losing money, then the good setup.
but I like this bounce off this fair value gap and the 200s.
Because eventually you will end up making, if you know your system's good, then you should be.
All right, filled 210.
I like what Andy says here. Ranges can win over and over again, but they can only die once.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's kind of the system.
Very well put.
If you're doing it right, that's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
See a break here.
Traders all look like geniuses in days like today, where you just keep on following the trend, and then range traders look stupid.
Finger on the trigger if that's going to wick above and fail.
It's just like how
30 seconds on this 5 minute candle.
I moved my stop
We got
to
real quick here. We got gas
38,470.
coming up here in just about a minute. If you are trading natural gas, make sure you're flat. Sorry, D.
No, it's okay. I moved my stop up, so now we're only risking 370. It's just the momentum is not really there. Like if you're range trading, like you really want buyers to step in, like really, really fast and
Exactly.
kind of support price, and they've been lackadaisical to say the least.
Ooh. I always had trouble spelling that word.
I just say it. I
Lackadaisical?
never spell it. Yeah.
I had
Stops to minus
trouble spelling that word.
4.25 points.
Well,
All right, stopped out there, 4.25.
held, and I was right on it with a bid, and I didn't get it. So we'll see.
Q
Go
long.
on, Eddie.
We got some
All right,
news.
net gas. They were looking at 13 billion cubic feet, coming in at 24 billion cubic feet. The prior was negative 37, so got a big change.
I see how it is.
Back to you, Johnny.
Should that
Almost
push oil
spelled
back
shit.
down?
No, it doesn't really care about netted gas.
It's all right. It went almost to minus 10 points.
Interesting, since it's a byproduct.
Yeah, it kind of operates on its own little wavelength, making
That's
everybody
very
miserable at
interesting.
different times. Natural is
Back in 1550.
a 30-minute range high here that it's bumping up against it, 18,214. So maybe if that can happen, then indices will start catching a bid as well. I think that'd be pretty fun for anyone who's trading right now.
10 points there.
Yes, extended the range to the downside after the number came out. Not huge though.
So
As they
okay,
catch the
cool.
bid here.
You're
He has
finally
like
in the
running through VWAP right now.
So our
20
target
points.
for this YM trade is going to be 38,662.
Okay.
And the other one is going to be the top of range, 38,800. So we're going to be sitting in this one for a while, chat. A long, long while. And then the third contract would be
222 continuation on the 5, 22 reversal on the 15, 3-2 on the 1.
get to the first take
A
profit,
plus setup there.
break even on everything else, and then just like bump them up as we start making highs again. No, I am not trading Nasdaq, Mark. This is a YM trade, and I'll move my stop up a little bit. So now we're only risking 370.
Gold
Where's
selling
the
off
weight?
hard.
What's selling off?
Gold selling off hard. Sorry about that, Dolby. Gold selling off hard. Nasdaq S&P's catching a bid. With that bid I was just talking about in the S&Ps, we see an 80% long bias right now in the S&Ps. Also have a 71% long bias in the Nasdaq as well, as we continue to see this little.
Probably going to catch an inside bar here if I had to guess.
Bias in the ES. Gold was selling off there while Dolby was talking about his trade. Crude selling off as well, making new lows here. Dolby time 85.24, 85.26.
Ooh, I wanted to buy 20s. Hold on. Let me get an order to buy one at 85.20.
Trade
I
that
missed
range.
my entry, but I'm hoping some of you caught that long down there around 51.80.
Maybe not. Oh my. All right. All out on cue.
Take off low 51.80.
Gee whiz.
Have those levels up,
Hoping somebody
people.
got it.
Those levels are money.
Looks like YM is coming back down again.
This might turn into an outside bar. That's a wicked candle there on the 5.
Let me ask you a question about this long trade that you have that you're going to wait on.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a time frame that you're looking at like that, and you're looking at the price action, does the notion of trend or relative support and resistance come into your mind to help you decide, hey, I'm going to stick this out and hang on to it? Because here's in open, when I'm looking at your trade and I'm saying, okay, I see why you might want to buy the dip right there, but to hold it for an extended time when the near-term trend is down, that is something that makes me put a question mark there. And so how do you frame that out? Listen, obviously it's working well for you at this juncture as price action continues to hold off of the bounce. But at any time, do you say, okay, relative to trend, who's in my way? What's stopping me from getting to that, 600 and X number or 700 and X number? How do you find a place for trend when you're staring something down? Or are you just saying, listen, this is range, and so trend really doesn't matter, and so I'm going to hold it on these rotations? What is is that it?
10 seconds on this 5 minute. Looking for a 2-2 reversal short.
Finding the largest range I can find and then trading.
It would lead to the 15 minute being a failed 2 currently, which I'm okay with.
Stop so you can have that cheap. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can get those bigger profits. And then as far as profit taking, the idea of range trading is just, if we're still going to be in a range, if it's a 4-hour range and it's like 200 ticks. Well, if the market has done that range before, then it can probably do the range again. So that's the idea. This take profit system might not stick around until May.
Got it.
Like we're trying it because that's part of the challenge that I'm doing to myself, is because I don't really have a great take profit system. So I just want to run something and see how it does. So this is the one that we're going to run. So all my take profits and everything is just based off of market structure. And that is it. This might not be the most efficient take profit system for this strategy. I'm totally okay with that.
Got it.
Totally okay. It's just everything's based on structure.
Discovery. Exactly.
I'm terrible at reading momentum, so I really shouldn't be basing my trades off of momentum. My crude oil trade is doing not great, but it's not dead yet. None of my trades have really done great so far. Like the price action has not been favorable towards anything I've put on. I'm just probably not as in tune as I need to be making good trades today.
New lows in crude. New lows in crude, 85.12.
Yeah, I see that.
Crude oil falling here.
85.20 is in crude. Like maybe we can get.
Gold starting to drop as well.
feel like I'm just buying. I'm catching falling knives right now. It's kind of
Yeah.
the feeling I'm getting here.
Yeah, I think the whole market feels a little bit like that, right? It feels like people are waiting for bounces to sell them right now.
Yeah.
Just watching for now.
This is why it's like important to journal too. It's like maybe eventually, maybe I do end up losing money on some of these trades. Maybe they win. Anyways, let's say for my 50K account, I placed a bunch of trades. They were within system and they were losing trades. Is that, my fault as a trader, or is it just, what happens in the market is that we just can't win them all? And so that's why I've started journaling recently because it helps to kind of get yourself out of your head. It's like, am I actually a bad trader because my P&L is down? Well, what happened?
Might look for a 222 continuation long now.
Oh, yeah.
15 minutes back and forth of a rev.
Start questioning your trades, your thought process, your take profit system. It's
and then you don't want to get into that cycle of like, rotating strategies because we're like in the pursuit of perfection to never have a losing day. So having that journal and writing it down and going back and looking at your trades, it's like, yeah, actually that wasn't a bad trade. It just maybe ran an extra 5 ticks, outside of the range I anticipated, but 8 times out of 10 that trade is totally fine. So, it's important to do that journaling to get yourself out of your head and take time to actually review your trades and be like, am I actually a bad trader, or was this a good trade that just didn't pan out?
So, if I could be mom for a second,
Sure.
I would say it's never a good idea to frame questions that associate your identity with any kind of process, right? And so I would say, listen, I know this well. I was just so awful that I would go, my gosh, you're so bad at this, right? But at the end of the day, we can all be bad at something, right? But we don't have to be a bad something.
Oil making another leg down here.
Be bad at it in the moment, and we're working through the path to excellence. And so my thought would be, at the end of the day, you know that you can make good trades.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know that you can. And so when a trade doesn't work or you get yourself in a slump, my thought is always, listen, go back to the absolute basics. So right now, you are working on developing exit strategies.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, that's critically important, but
Looking for a 3-2 down on gold here.
can I make money on this trade? And so
And Q starting to curl back up.
going from, hey, I'm developing new exit strategies, to a space where you go, wow, that's giving me a wide range on what's going on. I feel like there's a middle step in between what it is that you're trying to do. And the one thing I don't want to
4 minutes left on a 5 minute 2-1-2 up though.
affect your psyche in any kind of way that goes, gosh, my bad trader. No, I am making a bad trade, or this trade went bad. That's my favorite thing to say. This trade went bad. Was it a bad trade? A lot of times we go, no, that really wasn't a bad trade. It just didn't work out.
Exactly.
And that's the only thing. I'm hearing language that if I was hearing it from one of my kids, I would go, hang on a second. What we're doing is sort of rubbing sandpaper on our brain.
Oof.
And what we really should be doing it is protecting it from any kind of negative energy that stops performance for continuing, right? You know, everybody has, you know, I talk about my son often. I haven't talked about him in a while, but as a professional basketball player, when he sits and does interviews, sometimes he's very frank. He's like, listen, I can't even tell you how many times I laid in my bed and cried my eyes out because I either wasn't getting my shot, or when I got my shot, it blew up or whatever. And we have
Just watching.
great power.
Starting to shorten oil at 85.08.
That's essentially in charge of our careers. We can go, I'm that coach. And so the goal always should be, how do I reinforce my mental state? How do I make sure I'm at peak? And how do I look at each of my failures to go, wait a second, were my feet set right here? Did I make sure that my risk was right? Did I size up too quickly? And that ends up being the process that we follow through. So I want to jump in there because I think you're just a lovely young person. And I'm hearing language that I would jump on and go, oh, no, we got to break that. We got to break that so that you are just, because you're very accomplished. And listen, I love your levels. I'm taking them all the time. And they're they're great levels. I'm just not entering the same way that you are.
Right.
And so
just continual 2 downs here on oil. Might take this before this 15-minute close. Take partials.
Love that. Bad trader. Yeah. So that's it. I'll get on.
Jesse, on CO,
Yep.
are we on K or M?
I am on Top Step X.
I'm saying, is it CLK or CLM?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
I just have to type. Oh, it's K. I see now.
Okay.
Yep. I'm taking some at 10 ticks just before this 5-minute or 15-minute closes.
Beautiful. If you guys liked what you saw there in the chat, put a heart in there. Click that heart. Click subscribe. Click like. That was awesome, Anne Marie. Thank you so much. All right, really quick, let's get some hot streaks in here, JD. If you're there, tell me about these hot streaks we got going.
All right, here we go. I know the markets are moving, so let's rip through these real quick. James, if we can get those hot streaks up, please. All right, our leader, Jacob, took another day off, so his 32-day streak is still intact, but since he didn't trade yesterday, he is not on the list today. All right, Che was back in the markets yesterday, picked up about $25 in the micro NASDAQ to extend hot streak to 26 days. Gabriel now with 23 days, and Arian, Petrus, and Tien are all sitting at 19 days. Nice job, everyone. All right, yesterday's best live funded P&L leaders. All familiar names on the list today. We'll start at the bottom. She picked up $2,800. David with close to $4,000 in the NASDAQ. Venkata with $4,200. Venkata now has a 2-day running total of more than $11,000. Dakota. Why wouldn't Dakota be on the list, right? Yeah, right. Another 4,300 for Coach Dakota in the live account yesterday. And our leader for a day is Jesus.
Stops up to oh, right there. All out CL. I was gonna say stops to a 212 up on CL.
Big numbers, man. Dakota on fire lately.
Yeah, he's doing great stuff. So
the beast.
All right, I tried CL. Tried.
We were actually stuck in a 5-minute range.
Was gonna try gold.
Up and out of 38,000, like 545. This really wants to,
And Q back to pushing.
to the upside, but really nice consolidation down here on the 5-minute. So it won't last forever. We do have some nice things going in our favor here. Series of higher lows.
Starting along in Q 5175.
A little bit. So we kind of have like a little mini upwards channel here in the 1-minute. Obviously, it's not the strongest of time frames, but we'll take anything we can get as far as making a bull case for our bull position. So long 3, 38,495. My stop is at break even. So let's see if we can get a reversal on this one.
Good looking trade.
I have a Top Step X question. Is there a way to hover on the candles that will tell us the high, low, and close of the day, or is there like a
Each candle?
box?
Yes.
Could somebody tell me how to do that?
I don't know how to do it because I prefer it off.
Yeah, mostly
Stops to break even on this.
YM, the low
All right, stopped out.
which
Oh, here
looks
we
like
go.
it's about
It's
18,582.
right click
how
on
do
the
you do
chart, go to chart settings at the bottom.
It missed my one,
Go to
or my,
status,
really the 1 hour trim by
and then
like
open
1 point.
LB values, and then that will toggle the open high.
So I got out at plus 1 point to cover commissions in a little bit.
Right there.
Love it. Happy
Robert
woman.
comes in. She can turn it on in the status bar. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah.
Man.
Sorry,
You can see I have those on my charts here.
They don't take up a whole lot of space either, so I'm gonna keep mine up just for reference. So we could be sitting in this YM trade for a very, very, very long time.
Let's do
Very
it.
long time. Yeah.
Oil back to being a short.
Strategy.
Hold on. Order old trades. Yeah, we've been in this since 9:30ish and counting. So this could be a half hour to a 1 hour trade as far as duration goes.
I'm back in short CL 84.94.
I'm happy I'm done with that mess.
Dolby's over it. Correct beneath
So
85 evens. Yes, and I thank you, John. We got the Nasdaq and S&P's catching bids. Dow as well. Let's go. Let's do this, Dolby. While we watch these trades, Eddie, I haven't heard from you in a minute. Eddie, I think little Birdie told me some good news. I think you passed the combine there, Eddie. Talk to me, Eddie. Eddie, what did you do in gold? You in gold, what did you do?
50K combine. I passed it today. I got that drop down.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Nice job.
Yeah, put up about 1,200. Got me through the 3,000.
Nice.
And I tell you, folks, you know, you're looking for the big account. If you can't trade small, you can't trade big. So I really like the 50K account. Had a good run. Caught it on a bear move. So 50K combine passed. And
Nice,
also,
awesome.
we got some plugs here today. If you like what we're doing, I like what we're doing. Do you like what we're doing? You want to keep up with Top Step?
Don't like that candle.
Remember, we've got Instagram, right? Lots of cool things.
Stops to the high of that candle.
And every day on Instagram, so don't miss out. We're going to post that link in the chat. And,
Gold making a push up. All right, out of CL, break even.
Did you know that you can submit requests?
It did hit 10 points or 10 ticks, but I didn't want to take it.
Click on the icon. The icon is on the far left side of the Top Step X platform. You see that big question mark, and you can have suggestions. Make your own suggestion, or you can vote up
Okey-dokey.
someone else's.
Back to watching.
So you can also view the Top Step X roadmap and change log to keep you up to date. And that's what I've got, Andre, and back to you and the team.
Thank you, Eddie. Congratulations, man. Busted his ass. Covering up that.
Congrats, Eddie.
Hell yeah, Eddie. Covering up that gold market. That's what we love to see, man.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Oil, or gold 212 up on the 5.
Joey's been going through combines. Eddie's been going through combines, man. So what we're here to do is support you through your trading journey here at Top Step. So it can be done, man. Good job, Eddie. Good on you, man. Good on you. Hey, quick update on that tilt. We did see a 78%.
Looking to get back in gold or oil, maybe.
71% now.
Oil is just one of those tickers that when it moves, it'll move. But when it doesn't, it doesn't.
We're just holding, baby.
And I don't want to get caught in the fake outs.
Let's see how this sucker plays out.
Yeah, keep that sucker for a while.
Yeah, man.
Yep, we're gonna let the system play out, even though it drives me crazy. I think Robert's going through the same
Good
thing.
patience.
Trying to get out of our comfort zone a little bit. It's even more fun doing it live. Try to keep your composure while you.
Oh, what did we
submit
sign up
yourself
for, Dolby? What
to
did we
the
sign up
stresses of the market. Yeah, so we're gonna keep this 3 lot on and just wait for our targets to get filled. If we get stop out for break even, that's fine. It's part of the strategy. We're just gonna let it play out. We're playing a really, really big range. This is like a 4-hour range, so there's a whole lot going on here.
Hey, speaking of passing
Yeah, it
combine,
looks
shout out to
really
David
nice.
Arriaga. Passing another $150,000 combine. Shout out to David Arriaga. Everyone's passing combines lately. See, I love the good vibes, man. Good stuff, Johnny. Good stuff to see, man.
It's Top Step
That's
TV.
great.
Hell yes,
Yeah.
Anne-Marie. Hell yes.
I could take a look at crude again if we get to 84.66.
something
Just
that I
watching
noticed
still. Look at this
in our
chart.
period is that we're
Just
still in the
not
daily range.
average
One of the
candle is
trades
not
that
very
was
huge.
weak and
If you took
fine
that 212 up,
me
we
taking
are
longs. So my
probably
longs
got
basically
15 points
look like
max,
a little like pebble
maybe
of
20.
water in the middle of a daily range. So that's most likely
On
why
good
I
days, I'll
stopped
catch 20 points in about
because there's a larger
a couple
force
minutes.
and so it's the daily range that is at
Just
play.
got to be capital preservation today. There's not even that much news tomorrow. I think it's just consumer sentiment.
It's just stuck in the middle. So it's important
Yeah,
to
at
have
10.
longer time frames. You
What's
kinda
next
get
week?
Absolutely. 100%.
Nothing next week either.
Hopefully it catches a bid back at the Fed 15th.
Yeah, we're like
Fed 13th low, which is 38.
clear skies right now.
Yeah.
It's weird that we're not moving.
Anne Marie, any trades of late? I know you carved it up earlier this morning, playing that range there in the Nasdaq. Okay.
I did. I took two of them. I'm on another 150K combine. I've just said, hey, I made about 1,200 on that one. I'm just going to go to another one. And so this one is up 7-11. So I made two or three of the same types of trades. One was bad, and but the others have been great. I just my mental framework right now is, hey, listen, I'm seeing broad markets that are below the close of their prior days, except for the NQ. And so the wind is not really at anybody's back. And so all the bounces, I expect the NQ to fade because we don't have, the Magnificent Seven or the Fantastic Four moving the price action up. And so I literally, every time I get close to this line in the sand that's near.
Yes, triggered a 2-2 reversal short. Meta is short. Nvidia's long. Just chopping higher really is all it's doing.
New line that I'm looking at that says, all right, well, we can't get up over there anymore. So that's the range that I'm trading. And so if I look at it, really, it's telling me that I could have the wind come and cut the legs out from under me because they are starting to hold out of this range above 18,216. And so this might be the last short that I get to take before the price action begins to lift and stay higher.
Anne Marie, I need an Anne Marie moment. I had an order in to buy my 5180 level. It got within 3 ticks of it and has just left me behind. I'm feeling very sheepish about that. I should have just bought it and taken whatever had happened, but I was demanding my level, which I have a big tendency to do. If it doesn't get there, then I get left behind. I'm really triggered by that, I guess.
Inside bar on the 5 there.
I really get triggered that often, but when I miss something like that, it just irks me. I would have rather taken the loss than have missed it.
Yeah.
I do. I feel you. It's almost the same as getting stopped out on the tick. Only it's, you really are sitting in a space of, oh, wow, opportunity cost versus, oh, wow, physical cost when you get stuffed out on the tick like that. And it's just, again, my thing is I stopped my double guessing because literally all I'm trading off is the daily chart. If it's not at a clean daily level, and your number right there was so sweet on a daily level. I mean, on my chart, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days of touching that number and immediately rocketing to the upside. And I wanted to follow in that trade, but I was short in the NAS and my brain was going so yeah, but I wanted to take that long. It helped me actually get out of my short.
Yeah, I'm just
Johnny,
inner dialogue is hurting me right now. You just have to talk back to that. You know,
Exactly.
I've missed better trades. I'll miss trades. It's okay. Next one will be coming.
100%, Johnny. 100%.
I went long CL, Jesse.
Does seem like a tough-ish day.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, and again, because there's so much tight sideways action, right? If you're looking for trend continuation, or you're looking for anything that says, hey, this is going to be a nice, easy ride to the north, it's simply not there because so many people are in this
I am in short NQ 4450.
range-based mental framework that says, hey, I gotta see money, take money. See money, take money. See money, take money. And there are a lot of us that are trading like that right now, and it's going to make the markets all sloppy like. Ooh, here's that 185 number in oil. Did you say you're waiting until 84 what?
84 like 66. I have a daily range low. There's a bunch of little wicks down there that go back to
I see
like
them.
April
On the 4-hour,
4th,
I do.
April 7th, April 10th. And that's what I was saying. It's like I wrote this down in my journal actually a couple days ago.
212 down. I might have just been the wick that did it.
Range and don't take a trade in the middle of the range that's kind of opposite of what is going on, like in a broader area. So my long was dead center of a daily range, and so if you go back and plot it, you'll be like, oh, that chart, that trade makes no sense. Look, I have a daily range here and I'm long right in the middle, so my odds of success are really 50-50 because you're kind of betting for what a daily range to reverse. I mean, that's kind of a big call out.
Nice long there, Nick.
It was an expensive trade relative to the daily range is kind of what I'm trying to say.
212 up, ended up, man.
Take a look at the
See,
weekly
Donka.
chart in oil, if you wouldn't mind.
Let me see if I
And
can
have a
get
look at
quickly.
what's going on into the pullback of support from a wick that is,
You talking about October 16th?
yes.
Yeah.
See that it's already hit that low, I don't know, yesterday or something?
That's my daily range low right there at 80.
Order filled.
That's the one.
And look at where it's battling right now. The close of one candle, the open of one candle, and the high of one candle. September 25th, and then 18th, and then
Stop filled.
11. So
Stop
if you
filled.
want to slosh,
There we go.
Very sloshy.
that's here that they'll be working through. Yeah, a lot of slosh and slush.
I guess if you, I mean, even if
Stops to the current high of this candle.
like, you don't necessarily mind crude consolidating only like $2 under the previous high.
Stop filled.
That's actually kind of
Yes.
bullish because it's not like it got like rejected super hard and peeled off like $5 to $10.
Order filled.
Yes.
It's 10 points.
Order filled.
Up here at highs. It's
I think that's Nick. You gotta mute if you're gonna fill so many orders.
So that's maybe kind of why I might hop back in at 84.66.
You don't have limits set?
4 or 5 times to get
Or do you do brackets?
We're almost at break even on YM here. It's starting to catch some offers.
He might be order filling still.
Might get stopped out of this one. We'll see. We need the Feb 13th low to hold, and if that does hold, and we get back to 38,555, I will move my stop up. But we are kind of in a dangerous territory right now. So we'll see how this plays
So
out.
John, if it comes back to your level, are you going to take?
I'd really like this to just go 2 down. Stop tinkering with my feelings here.
Yeah, because it's going to be real cheap.
Okay. All right. And the number is.
Although third time's usually a charm.
Yeah.
You know, my preference would be to see it take out the low and then leave a failed auction below.
Stop to
that.
break even.
And that would be the most solid setup that I could ask for down there.
Right.
Which is kind of what I was looking for to get in. But
Man, I really wanted that to go just 2 down and then 15-minute reversal, and
I might let the market kind of go through it, see if it rejects below it, and then
that
maybe go
is
long is basically what I'm thinking.
unlucky.
Yeah, it seems like much. I don't know. It seems choppier than
Oil still moving up.
yesterday.
Nice long there, Nick. Gold still moving up.
That's super choppy.
ES looks short for sure.
What's been on the news on Friday?
Speaking of news.
News right now.
Speaking of news. We got one for you guys. We got one for
some
you
news
guys.
here right now.
Oh, boy.
As number 32, Buffalo Bills. O.J. Simpson has called it a day. Who became the most famous figure in the U.S. during his murder trial in the 90s, has died of cancer.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? A little question here. We're going to put up a poll here to see if you think if he did it or if he didn't. Can we put that poll up here?
This is MP's
Now the
idea.
juice is finally going to find
Oh
out.
my God.
Idea. This is MP's.
You know what we mean.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
O.J. Simpson,
You know what we
is
mean.
it a little hot for
Oh
you
my
down here?
gosh.
Oh, is that Haiti? Oh boy. Oh man.
That is
Ooh, it's 11.
freaking hilarious.
You know what we mean. Oh boy.
That is cry-worthy.
Jim Carlton, I
That
told
is
you we had
so
something
funny.
cooking behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh my word. That is so funny.
Starting long, 57.
Look at these votes coming in hot. Yikes.
Oh my goodness.
Jim Carlton, man, what the hell? OJ.
That is hilarious.
That was quite a story back then.
Oh my
Man.
goodness sakes. I literally, you know what, when we start experiencing things on a very high emotional level,
Just 10 points.
we really can lose our minds. We really, really can. So much chemistry just blocks everything that makes sense, and we choose to do all kinds of things. And you know,
You can go to bed. I'll watch him.
it's amazing what the lack of
Yeah, I'll watch 'em.
self-control,
Love you.
how it exhibits in our lives. And he was just one of those guys where it was like,
All right, gotta turn the baby monitor on so she can sleep.
I mean, he had an amazing football career, and nobody even talks about that. It's just crazy.
It's a real shame.
It is a shame. It's so
There's a lot
sad.
going on right now, guys. There's a lot. Amy, are you making excuses for O.J. Simpson right now? Are you?
No.
Are you an apologist for
I'm
O.J.?
just saying, there by the grace of God go I, right?
Yeah,
I can't go, oh, I would never do that. I'd like to say I'm never going to do something outrageously horrific. But you can really lose your mind. You can become so emotionally, what's the word when you
Crime of passion.
do
Crime of passion.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, definitely. Tons of crime of passion, but compromised. You can
Yep.
become so emotionally compromised that you do things that you go, oh my gosh, why did I do that? And we can each look at ourselves right this minute and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just said that. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Or whatever. We just literally lose it. And it's that you've got to learn to manage yourself.
I gotta ask. I mean, you seem like you're so loving. You're so caring. You have such a big heart. I mean, have you ever had a time where you've kind of lost control? I'm getting a lot of pressure behind the scenes asking this question. I'm getting a lot of pressure behind the scenes asking this question. What's the worst thing you've ever done, Anne Marie? We got to know. I mean, have you?
Oh my God.
Have you forgot to pay the
Calamity
parking
Anne
meter
Marie?
once? Have you forgot to pay a parking ticket
Out
once?
of rage?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, have you
rage?
broken a mouse
Not-
before?
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Danielle,
I
I owe you for this one.
in my old office, I had my front door and then my French doors, and I had my old office. And sometimes I would trade so badly
Oh,
that I
baby's
would
up.
yank my keyboards out and
All right,
throw
give
them
me 1 sec. Stops our break even.
I would throw
1 sec. I'm gonna try to put his binky back in and see if it works. 1 sec.
very quick temper, but it's also I don't keep anything inside. I just go and it's done, it's gone, nothing. I'm done. And so that's really great because things don't build up in me. Because if they built up in me, I probably would have burned something down.
Uh-oh.
But
Let me
literally,
see here.
because my temper is
Anne-Marie.
really bad. It's just,
Anne-Marie,
and it's gone.
no, no, you're not on in my book yet, so you're okay.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my
No,
God.
listen, the worst thing I've ever done was really an accident.
Oh
And
boy.
I wasn't mad at all. But when I was young, I probably, if there's a psychiatrist or psychologist listening, just stop. And then after I'm done, then you can go ahead. But
All
I
right, stopped out.
loved fires. I've always loved fires. Love watching them burn. Love making fires in the fireplace. Love watching matches burn. Okay, so I just had done a whole load of laundry. And when you use a fabric softener in laundry, it actually makes it much more, what's the word? Right? So I'm sitting
Flammable.
there, and it was when I smoked way long ago. And I'm smoking my cigarette, and I'm looking at the match, and it starts seeping down. I
Ooh.
can't even do anything, and it gets too close to my
I am
face,
short
and I
at
drop it.
41.
Literally, all of my towels burst into flames. And I'm sitting in the living room of my apartment watching these things and just trying to stamp them out with more towels. And so, yeah, but I really have a terrible, terrible, terrible temper. And the big thing that I've gone through life is learning to manage and have extreme self control. If you can have extreme self
Okay,
control,
might close this.
you have a superpower. You really do.
Yeah, just closing this. 2 points down.
Power.
I didn't even send it.
Self control. And I have to work at it every day. I literally have to work at it every day.
It's definitely a practice. Definitely a practice.
Calamity Anne-Marie.
Still asleep, so I can start looking at some swings.
All right. Well, let's just tie up the loose end here on that poll. Did he do it? Parentheses. You know what we mean. Over almost 800 votes in 3 minutes. Great response here. 84% said yes. The other 16% said no. So yeah, that closes
Andre,
the case.
what's the worst thing you ever did?
Like I said, I've got a couple unpaid parking tickets. I can show you right here. A couple unpaid parking tickets as we speak. This is from Aspen. These are from Aspen. I forgot to pay parking tickets in both Snowmass and Aspen. So there you go. The worst thing I've ever
You
done.
don't have to
My
pay
unpaid
those.
parking tickets. How about that? It's ready to go. Prop comic. How about that, John?
Are you being
I got
honest?
flat my YM. I got flat my YM. We're gonna
I
try
saw
it
pull
again.
back there, Dolby.
We're gonna try it again.
All right, let's do it.
Dolby, what's the worst thing you ever did?
Here we go.
Talk shit to Dakota.
Oh God,
That went well.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh boy, what a morning, Jack. What do we got, Jack? Bail us out on this one, Jack.
Let me wrap it up. You know,
Thank you.
OJ would have made a terrible trader because of impulse control. Work on your impulse control. Anne-Marie's a pyro. Andre is a delinquent with parking tickets.
Yep.
The worst thing Dolby has done has questioned Pagoda.
Yeah.
I think we're summed up.
Our number one trader. Yeah, no big deal. So
we were going to show real quick. We had that caption contest from yesterday. We just wanted to give another opportunity for people to submit real quick, and then we'll pick out some winners. You still have that over there, James?
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Back above the 50s. This is gross.
That's my first seeing that. I'm sorry.
Our risk manager staring into the sun. JD.
Oh my god.
Let's see if I can get that form posted real quick. But you'll remember what this photo looks like.
Pointing at it.
Yeah, I know. JD's like, there it is, Mick. See it?
JD.
Where are you guys on the? Are you guys?
Might not be a horrible idea to just lock out at this point. Let's look at oil is kind of moving. Things are just kind of moving, but not super cleanly. Two 1-2 up on ES now. Minute 50 left. Well, I think I'm going to take a quick peek at the swings and then head off because this is less than ideal, I think. Man, the video still looks good. Calls would be like 970s for next month. Let me put that in. How's Carvana doing? I have that up right now. Yeah, that's still going down. All right, I am getting in the Carvana May 17th. The 70-60 put debit spread. My average is 5.9 minus 2.58, 3.32. My buy stops got filled, but I had no idea, so I couldn't even alert them. I'm in long, just call it VC, but already trimmed at 10. 2-1-2 up was the buy stop. I was looking at Carvana. Now I'm going to look at NVIDIA, call, debit spread. But if this thing can break high a day. I'm closing the queue for now. All right, I'm going to look at NVIDIA, and then throughout the day, I'll keep an eye on spread or on swings. If you have any that you want me to look at, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just stick to my scanner. Baby's still asleep. Does your strategy have a name? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, YouTube. FDN4. 112 is, like you said, not a strat set, but it is one that a lot of straters like. And then Chambers, if you're still here, go ahead and with the psychology question. I'll stick here till the baby wakes up. I'm just looking at NVIDIA call debit spreads. I'm just prepared for this thing to be so... Oh, they're so expensive. NVIDIA. Target 900 next. Weekly target would be 920. So I'd probably do a 925 and sell the 950s probably. Oh, I'm just so worried that these are going to be too expensive. Yeah, way too yeah, those are still pretty expensive. The bid and ask is not incredibly nice looking there. Volume's not very attractive either. The 950s, if I do the 950, sorry, I'm kind of talking out loud. 950 and 980s have a lot of volume. The spread is just way too much. BCS, Jesse, how many monitors do you have? Well, I'll start with it was a pieced together setup. I bought things as I started. It wasn't always like this, but I have 3 32-inch curved monitors on the bottom and 2 42-inch TVs up top. TV where I'm looking right now is YouTube. Top right is Discord and a trading platform. Middle one's obviously my charting. Right one's chart, OBS, etc. Left is Google Chrome.
You're in luck, Nick. What? We have the championship round tomorrow. What in the world? Yeah. You thought you had to wait 364 days? That would have been a nightmare. That would have been a nightmare. Also, doesn't Frank do like a mini golf series? Or is that not a thing anymore? He just goes for fun. He was golfing for a while. Yeah. Frank, by the way, let's just say he missed the cut. He did miss the cut, but he's out doing a hot dog review now. Oh, perfect. Got a memory like a jellyfish. Not a jellyfish, a goldfish. Late tide lasso. Is it me now? Yeah. Oh, Trent, the swear.
Still trying to look at these. The spread is like 10% on these Nvidias, but I think it's worth it. I think I'm just gonna try to limit in the mid. So it's 25 cents from there, so 670. See if I can get a fill. I'm looking at the 950s, 975s. I meant to buy more than one though. Oopsies.
That's my biggest pet peeve when people say good putt before it goes in and then it doesn't. It's like, no.
Shoot me in the face.
Glad that got you. Yeah. You're the only person in the world that would work on. Yep.
They're pretty expensive. It's not going to be for everyone, but Nvidia is pretty expensive, so. Okay. Bro, for 3 weeks, I had a consistent green days paper trading using my own strategy, taking 300 to 9,000 twice. But as soon as I switched over to my real account, I got scared. While the strategy was still working, I was closing great trades too soon or too late. Same exact trades, but when it's my real money, the initial pullback makes me close way too early. So there's 2 things that you could do. Number 1 is trade without seeing the P&L, so looking for only ticks or points. That's a function on a lot of these brokers, but ultimately it's kind of a maturing factor as you I got filled, by the way, at 670 just now. You know, it's first of all, I'd ask, are you trading real money or prop firms? Because if you're not trading prop firms, I would trade prop firms because that bridges the gap between paper trading and real trading. Real trading being cash. I wouldn't really call prop firm trading not real trading anyway, because it definitely is real money that you're making. With that said, like I said, if you're struggling just with the, you know, seeing the profits, and if you're like me, my problem is I see profits and I kind of spend it before it even hits my bank account. And so that's a problem. But other than that, it just comes from trial and error. You have to, I would say, you know, there's give and take, because on one hand, you need to hold to TP or stop loss. On the other hand, there's many times now where P&L doesn't bother me as much anymore. It did for months and months and months, maybe years. But I'm able to hold to close to TP, and then if it starts to falter from there, then I'm not interested in holding. But if you're trimming like a quarter of the way to your TP, then yeah, there's a problem for sure. Okay, what is he? 950, 975. Call debit spread 6.7. Maybe a couple of these.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine though.
Another bird. Good bird, Hank.
He did say another bird before he made that putt.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Have you ever played Dance Dance Revolution, Jake?
Of course.
Were you good at it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I can see it.
decent.
I can see it.
Broke a few sweats too.
Oh, yeah, it's good cardio.
People would play it at like Dave and Buster's, and I love Dave and Buster's, but the OG one's like the mat on the PS2.
No, that one sucks, man. No,
But
you gotta
that's
go
like
to
the
Dave and
real one.
Buster's. I want to
That's
see
the OG.
I
Like,
want to see the virgins dancing on it at Dave and Buster's.
Okay. Got Carvana, got Nvidia. What else was I looking at closely? Does anyone remember Amazon? Amazon. Amazon, I'd probably get the 190s. I might even just get them for next week. Oh, I wanted to look at D-Dog more.
Third round, I've left that way short.
Yeah,
they're just there.
a lot of these I think are just perfectly straight holes, man. I think
Get in. No way. Oh.
there's been some talks about next year's tournament, which I do like this idea of like drilling down 2 holes and doing different pin locations.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Amazon look like here.
For certain rounds, just so it's a different vibe.
Bad.
Which would be awesome. Maybe changing up some of the obstacles too would be cool.
Probably need to trim these Boeing puts.
I'd love a windmill. I'm a
What was this? Sync symbol.
Speaking of windmills, I have a fun little nugget here about one of our players in this group.
Great bird. Good bird. Good bird. Good bird.
2-2. I'll wait on that.
See what his biggest accomplishment on the mini golf course in his career was. He said he lost his virginity inside a windmill.
in the windmill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right now.
I have a few friends who lost their virginity in a silo, but never a windmill.
I'll be looking at the 190 calls on Amazon throughout the day.
Love it, Hank. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Hank wants the ace.
Oh, you mother. Come on. Gotta go.
Okay.
Birdie train.
I lost my virginity in school.
Nice.
Got that. Let's look at the others. Coin was one that was looking long, I think. Yep. Let's just do a quick scan here. CRM I need to get out of, but I don't know if I can. These might just literally expire worthless.
Oh no, Eddie.
The spread's tightening up. Just not a lot of people buying this far out, I don't think.
Yes. Yeah. Good shot, Eddie.
D-Dog doing well.
Obi kills you, but
That was a great shot, Eddie. I didn't think you had that angle. But I'm more straight.
now Trent.
D-Dog.
Get up there. Yeah. Yes. Nice ace, Trent. Yes. Let's get hot. Let's go now.
Trent on this hole, as you can see the bottom right of your screen, 1-1-1 today.
He's got it figured out.
Remember last time PFT got clogged in the toilet. This time, he gets the ace.
All right. All right. Go work, boys.
That was the best I've seen from that hole today.
Okay.
4-3-1.
That's big.
Look at PFT next to that toilet. For the viewers, that's a regular sized toilet. That's standard.
Let's get loud.
I used some dude wipes during our intermission, Nick.
Really? You drop a log?
Not on that toilet.
Oh, okay. Have you ever had one that you can't see the beginning of it because it goes down the tube and the end of it is breaking the water line?
Maybe?
Yeah, those are huge. I call those Nessies.
Okie dokie. I think that's all I was looking at today. Delta is one of my favorites. Disney short. Oh yes, Disney short. Let's flip this around. Yeah, I would like to know when Disney goes short.
Nice stroke, Trent.
Almost 2 from Trent.
He's consistent, if nothing else.
Okay, Disney, GDX still good. Probably just going to close GDX on the next reversal short. That thing's going to expire next week anyway. Mara short. I don't even know if there's a point in trying to short this thing. Mara. Next week, the 17 puts are optionable. I would look at May. Oh yeah. Probably the 15 puts.
Yeah, I remember that game show. What about Sister Act or Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit?
Yeah, that spread's not too bad.
All right, this group will march on, but let's go in reverse back to the first tee, where Liam Bluffman will introduce our next group.
Yep, we're back down here live at the first tee.
What I might do is spread this out.
Conditions, and next up on the tee box, it's the winner of the Hamptons Barstool Mini Golf Open and the commissioner of the dozen, Jeff D. Lowe.
Jeff D. Lowe said he was dead like 4 holes into this thing.
That's right. He's at 14 under.
Here he is, making the cut comfortably. I think he expects a 1 on every. You know how Frank expects the Mets to go 162-0? I think Jeff, if he doesn't go 18 hole in ones, I think he's mad at himself.
Colossal failure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting the 2015 Mara for May 17th. The reason I did that instead of just buying the 15s is because if this does chop upward after this move down with the new week, I want the new week to be a 2 down. My upside's capped at 200 something %, and my downside's protected with selling the 15 call, or sorry, 15 put. So I have a limit out, and that'll be it. Mara 517. 2015 put debit spread. 3.05 limit.
Next up on the tee box, he's up 5.95 units on NBA props this season. It's Stephen Che.
For now.
Yes, for now.
Oh, he can hear me? For now.
No, because Liam said for now.
Okie dokie. That is it for me today. Pretty decent day. I'm actually going to do my recap while he's still sleeping. Get all caught up here. KK, Jesse, have you ever thought of instead using a stop loss averaging down to lower your break even and then get out either at break even or profit? That's an absolutely horrible idea. I don't mean to be rash, but what happens if you just average down and then it keeps going against you? And then you average down and it keeps going against you. And then again and again, you're going to blow your account. If you don't use a stop loss, or if you know somebody who doesn't use a stop loss, the likelihood of their longevity probably is much lesser than those who use a stop loss. I would bet good hard-earned money on that. So yes, I would never not use a stop loss. Sometimes I do average down, definitely on options, not on futures, but just not. And the only reason I average down on future or on options is because sometimes my setup won't be invalidated, but I'm in drawdown. So if the setup's still valid and I'm in drawdown, it's like, hey, you want a 20% discount on this setup that you liked? In that case, absolutely, give it to me every time, 7 days a week, 5 if you're in the trading scene. But yeah, so no, I would not ever suggest not doing a stop loss. That is setting yourself up for disaster.
Too much speed.
Attempting to kiss a girl.
Yeah?
Didn't work out.
Yeah. Probably socked you in the face.
Yep.
Clever approach right there.
What about you?
Yeah.
I'm not really a risk taker, man. I'm risk avoidant.
There we go. Take
2
that.
for Jeffy Low.
I like that. I like that. Oh. Nice. There we go. There we go.
Is Will just not mic'd or?
Yeah, I haven't heard him say a word this whole tournament. And now Steven. Ooh.
Whoa.
Changes his T.
Alrighty. Well, that is going to be it for me today. I'll set my recap. Probably, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Just plan on it. Consumer sentiment at 10, and it's Masters weekend. And I don't usually trade Fridays in the summertime anyway. So I'm going to call it there. I will update my recap, send that out, and get it going. Alrighty, guys. Hope you had a great day. Not the best price action I've ever seen, especially after CPI and PPI. It looks like, I think Tuesday was our best day of price action, and that was, I don't even know. Yeah, Tuesday was by far the best day of price action. Just yesterday was absolutely disgusting. Look at that. And today's looking like the same thing but reversed. So maybe tomorrow we push out, but I would guess it's probably next week. So make sure you're practicing capital preservation Fridays. Might be breaking out right now. We'll see. But I'll see you all here next week. Have a great rest of your day, guys.